I welcome you to the arena, where lion fights with hyena. The OCs are cringy, the edgelords are stingy.
And his name is John Cena!
That was freaking awful. Round 4's cringy OCs consisted of Adam the War Monk, Derek the Adventurer, Atsuki the Summoner, Hiccup the Wyvern Lord, Noah the Great Knight, Naro the Dreadfighter, Sane the Halberdier, Pumbaa the Warrior, KG the Rogue, Solarkin the General, Neon the Malignite, Cleo the Berserker, Vespera the Marauder, Ballista the Booba Sniper, Salt the Sage, and Noodlerica the Great Lord. With the seeds shuffled, it was time to enter round 1. First fight of the evening, Noodlerica versus Neon. Noodlerica had an interesting build, Astra plus Bane. Turns out that you actually need to deal damage for Bane to proc, however, and I feel a little bit guilty since this wasn't included in the description, but now it is. Needless to say, this resulted in a swift death for the Noodler. Second fight of the evening, Noah versus Salt, a tough matchup for the Great Knight. Third fight of the evening, Solarkin vs Atsuki. Sadly for the Nosferatu-wielding summoner, Solarkin came with Liquid Ooze, as well as a stupidly broken Bane Poison weapon combo, which turned out to be very hard to stop. Fourth fight, Adam vs Pumbaa. Adam came with the Devil build that actually worked, as can be seen here. Fight 5, Vespera vs Naro. Vespera opened up with a hard double attack, but Naro clutched a sure shot on his retaliation, which should have won in the match, but he decided to run away and drink a vulnerary instead of going for the killing blow. Yeah, sometimes recovery items are not your friend. Fight 6, Ballista vs Sane. Turns out combining sure shot with Astra is a little broken, as can be seen here. Fight 7, Derek vs Hiccup. An unfortunate matchup for a Wyvern Lord as he did not come with a Fury Shield. He did proc Dragon Fang once, but it didn't really help. Final fight of round 1, KG vs Cleo. KJ started off by stealing Cleo's Hoplon Guard, which was pretty hilarious. Sadly, this didn't really help as the rogue wasn't a match for the Berserker in a straight up battle, as Cleo came with the Sword Weaver, something KJ simply did not have an answer to. And with round 1 done, we were now ready to jump into round 2, starting with Neon vs Salt. Despite having a weapon triangle disadvantage, Salt was able to take the match with a lucky Astra proc. Aurotome was simply too powerful. Second fight of round 2, Adam vs Solarkin. While the Devil Monk performed beautifully in the first round, he was no match against Solarkin's incredibly cheesy Bane Poison build and was promptly deleted. Fight 3, Vespera vs Ballista. Two damage dealers going head to head. Ballista's damage output was insane, but Vespera was both faster and stronger, decimating the sniper before she could fire back. Fight 4, Derek vs Cleo. Derek's Corrosion actually proc twice, breaking Cleo's Tomahawk. It didn't really end up mattering much, but it was still hilarious. And thus it was time to enter the semi-finals, starting with Solarkin vs Salt. Solarkin once again proved that he was blessed by both the gods and Casino Bot, proccing Bane immediately, killing the Salty Sage. Second fight of the semifinals, Vespera vs Derek. Vespera once again outsped and outdamaged her fellow Glass Cannon and took Derek out in a single round before he could do anything back. This Marauder was an absolute beast. And then it was time for the finale, Solarkin vs Vespera, the Poison General versus the hyper-aggressive Marauder. I always think it's interesting whenever a pure damage build goes up against a pure tank/stall build. In round 1, Solarkin ended things quickly with a Bane proc, but it being a best of 5, surely his luck could not keep up throughout the evening. However, in round 2, the General was lucky again and procced Bane a second time, taking the second round as well. However, in round 3, Vespera finally started fighting back, landing some devastating hits followed by a crit to end the match, evening out the score 2-1. As round 4 rolled in, it looked as if Vespera would pull a miraculous comeback, bringing Solarkin low enough to the point of only needing one of the next 2 Brave Axe hits to go true. But in another spectacular showing of luck, Solarkin procced not 1, but 2 Pavises back to back, which allowed him to take Vespera down on his next attack, thus winning the best of 5. Solarkin is the winner and champion of round 4, joining TC, Nirvana, and Firelance up on the podium. Tune in tomorrow to watch round 5. Hope to see you there.